Oh, there you are, YouTube. So, I watched The King of Staten Island, finally, Judd Apatow film. Judd Apatow? Judd Apatow, right? I don't know. I feel like I say it both ways. Just kind of goes back and forth. Um, so this was on HBO Max. Believe it's a 2020 film. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was. Stars Pete Davidson. It's somewhat autobiographical in a way, probably just maybe you could say heavily inspired by, not necessarily like a biopic, of Pete Davidson, but heavily inspired by film. He was also, I believe, I saw he was credited as one of the writers, and I believe since the film is so heavily influenced on his life, I'm sure that's how a lot of a lot of why he was credited. What am I trying to say? Darn it, I want this to be a one take and I have already chopped this up so much, but I don't think I'm going to go in and edit, so I'm going to try and clean up that thought. He was credited as a writer, and the movie is very much inspired by his life, so that makes sense. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. I don't know. You hear the criticism a lot with Apatow films, that they are overly long. I don't know how often that criticism actually exists. I feel like I hear that, but usually they're just talking about funny people, that movie. And I do believe that movie feels a little bit long, mostly like towards the end with the Eric Bana stuff. But I feel like that's mostly a result of how Funny People sort of switches tones a little bit when he's in the movie, because it's a little bit silly. Where I feel like this movie, King of Staten Island, maintains its tone all throughout. It never turns a little too slap sticky in my opinion. Like entire segments don't anyway. Like maybe like a line may dip in to that, or just like a sight gag or something like that, but never an entire scene. So it always feels very grounded. So to me, its long runtime, which is over 2 hours, King of Staten Island is over 2 hours. To me, I felt invested the entire time. It's like, yeah, it's long, and maybe you notice it's long, but it's not like annoying or anything. You're just watching a movie unfold, a 2 hour plus movie unfold, and it feels natural. It feels correct. It feels like this is how it should be. So, yes, expect a long movie. Set aside time to watch this movie, but to me, it didn't feel like it was too long or anything like that. But I did see that criticism out there in the world, but I can't agree with it feeling overly long, because it didn't feel that way to me. But yeah, just kind of a movie about a person who's trying to find, or like almost in that quarter life crisis stage that I feel like I'm probably still in. My quarter life to midlife is just maybe crisis stage. But I guess I have a little more direction than this character does. I'm still, like working towards something where he just only has an idea and that's it, with no way of actually achieving it. And he just sort of needs to find himself and how to sort of exist in this life that he was given and situations that fell on him. And it's interesting because I guess this might be a spoiler here, so be warned, I guess. But what I like about the movie is we don't find him getting any answers, really. We don't know the ending of his story. It's just, things seem to be getting a little bit better, but we don't know if he's going to make his dreams come true. I mean, he could still remain stagnant, but stagnant in a new place. How long is this effort going to last? It could continue, but I like that we aren't given, the final scene wasn't him opening up his own tattoo shop or anything like that. He may not get that far. He may change his, direction away from being a tattoo artist. By the way, in the movie, he's trying to be a tattoo artist. A tattoo artist that it's like a 50-50 place. It's a restaurant and a tattoo store. What do you call that? Shop. All in one. That's what he wants to open up. And yeah, obviously that's not going to happen. But, him opening a tattoo store, I think it was nice that we didn't see that happen at the end. Because that just would have been too nice of a bow at the end. And a lot of times I do like a bow at the end of the movie, but I think it was kind of nice to not have one in this case. I don't know, is there anything else? Just looking at my long hair, been thinking about cutting it. I'm a little scared because of COVID, but I don't know, my area hasn't been a hot spot, so who knows what I'm going to do. That's off topic. We're here to talk about the King of Staten Island. I like the title. I'm a fan of the title. Pete Davidson, he's funny. He's good. Bill Burr, hilarious. He's fantastic. He's kind of like the main reason I wanted to watch it. I've always liked watching his stand-up on YouTube. I've watched some of his specials in full, like him on The Mandalorian. I want to get his action figure. If they make an action figure for him, I want to make sure I get that for Mandalorian. But he's, one of the main things that drew me to it. But I don't know, a lot of things did. Judd Apatow, all his movies, I'm always enjoy watching those. Pete Davidson is hilarious. Wanted to see him in a leading semi-serious role like this. And I just feel like everybody did great. Marisa Tomei, yeah, always good, always perfect. Oscar winner, fantastic. It's a great movie, and I don't know, I enjoyed it. I don't know, it's a movie that I feel like I could put on in the background quite a bit and just, multitask too. I could, while I'm working, just put it on TV in the background. It's really good. It's on HBO Max. Did I say that? I think so. It was supposed to be a theatrical film, but COVID and everything, if I remember, I remember reading this ages ago, it feels like, sort of forced it onto a streaming platform. And I feel like I originally thought it was on Netflix. Maybe it was, but I watched it on HBO Max. So who knows, if you stumble on this video, where it will be. Maybe it will finally go to theaters. Probably not. But maybe. I don't know. Would be cool. I don't know. I feel like there's some other things I wanted to mention about the film, but I can't think of them. And it's getting pretty late and pretty tired. If they come to me in the next couple seconds here while I'm rambling, then I'll say them. But I just thought it was a well-shot movie. Had good texture to it. It felt like a real film. Not like some of the stuff you get on Netflix that just doesn't feel like a real movie. It feels a little artificial. This felt theatrical and cinematic, and I liked that. I liked what they gave us. They didn't give us too much. And I like that it didn't end with that bow on the end with him working in a tattoo shop. I thought that was great. Or someone being like, hey, I'm going to give you a down payment on this building. Or, I'll help you, pay for half of this building so you can finally reach your dream. He's just kind of like, okay, I need to act a little better. I don't have any direction. Maybe if I just, try a little harder in these relationships that I have, that people are trying to maintain with me, and maybe something good will come out of that. And we don't know if it will, but he's trying to put positivity out in the world, so I think he's going to get some back. Maybe not the tattoo shop. Maybe not Ruby Tattoos Day, I believe is what he wants to title his tattoo restaurant place. But I think he will find some positivity. So anyway, good movie. Think I'm going to head to bed. I'm really tired, so perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.